Hi everyone, it's Sue here from Scrappy Doo Sue. I hope everyone's doing fine. Welcome to any new subscribers, welcome back to any returning subscribers. Thank you very much for your support, I really appreciate it. As you may or may not know, I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers and I am doing a 4 seasons Edith Holden envelope folio series, spring, summer, winter and autumn and winter. And I will be, once I reach 500 subscribers, I will announce a giveaway, and the person who wins that can choose one of those envelope folios. So that's what I'm aiming for at the moment, to reach 500 subscribers. Anyway, today I've come on to do the next episode in the Margarete Miller 52-week collage challenge, which is hashtag planner. I think we're on week 12. Let's have a look. So I'm using this lovely, yes, we're on week 12, because I think in the last episode I was looking for a number for week 11 and I found a 12 and I said I'd take it out and use it this time round. So it's hashtag 2022 planner 12, and this is volume 2 of the Margarete Miller collage assignments. I did do last year's and I really enjoyed it, so I thought I'd come back for another go. So this is an unusual one because it just says, do you ever take or order takeout food? Use a takeout menu with other restaurant and food images and ephemera to make a collage. So it's quite a difficult one, I thought, because we do have the odd takeaway, that we call it in the UK. Often, sometimes we might have a pizza takeaway, or we might have Chinese or Indian food. That's usually the limit of what we have. When I went to look for menus, I realised that I'd spring cleaned my kitchen drawers a few months ago and threw out some of the old ones, which I'm annoyed about. But I did find a couple. Now this is a pizza place that's local to us in the next is a town next to us, in Aylesbury, but it doesn't really have much interest. It does have a menu and a picture there of some nice pizza toppings. So that's one. It's not very interesting really. Then I've got an Indian one, a local Indian, again in Aylesbury. And no, actually this one's not in Aylesbury, it's in a village near us. It's a village where my husband works, Princess Risborough, which is in Buckinghamshire where we are. But it doesn't really have much interest again, does it? So, you know, all the pages with all the takeaway kind of menus are all plain really, but we'll use some of that. And then because of the pandemic, in the sort of latter half of the pandemic, lots of local pubs and restaurants started up takeaway business because they couldn't open, because we were not allowed to go into restaurants at that time. So this is one in the village, just up the road from me, kind of the outskirts of Aylesbury really, and this is called the Bottle and Glass. It doesn't have an awful lot in it. I did cut something out. What I cut out was, on this bit here, was a picture of their dining area in the pub. So you know, because the collage theme is restaurant and takeout food, I thought this would be a good image to put on, because it shows the table set, you know, with nice starters on the plates by the look of it. And that's a nice place to go. But they did start this takeaway menu, which I believe a lot of places that started up the takeaway menu, even though they've now been able to open back up the indoor restaurants for business, have continued it, because I think it's been quite successful. So this is their main course, small bites, children's and desserts, and their Sunday lunch, and that's a picture of the place. It's a little thatched building. It's really lovely. So that would be a nice one to use. And then that they put this through the door on towards Valentine's Day. So this was their Valentine menu. They were trying to encourage people to go in and eat in there, because I think lots of the restaurant trade in the UK has suffered immensely from the COVID lockdowns, and they're still trying to get back on their feet, those that were lucky enough to survive all of that. So that's what we've got. And then I've just used a couple of online menus, because actually what we tend to do if we book anything for takeaway, we tend to do it now online. Our local Indian in the village actually prefers us to ring them up and order direct, but they do have an online website, and you know, there's places now that do all the takeaways combined into one area, and that's things like Just Eat, and they will come and deliver out to you. So you see people on mopeds and little motorbikes, bicycles with a box on the back, and they have takeaway bags in there, and they deliver that way. So so these are some of the online menus that we would use. So I've just picked out a few things. So for instance, the UK, one of the famous pizza takeaways is Domino's Pizzas, and they do all sorts of chicken and potato wedges and that sort of thing. And there's a pizza picture there, but it's not very clear. Some chicken wings, that's another thing that they like to do. And then I found a sticker of a nice loaf of bread, and I thought that would be quite appropriate, because you know, if you're going to a restaurant, often you're offered bread, you know, before your starter, especially if it's an Italian restaurant. I've got a sticker here, a stamp sticker of a coffee pot. So again, that's something you'd find in a restaurant. There's another loaf of bread here, sort of bread you'd find probably in an Italian restaurant or takeaway. And then I've just got a few stickers, really. That's about all I could find. So I've got this one here, which is of some animals around a table dining. I don't know what they're eating, but they're all birds. Could be soup, maybe. I'm not too sure. Some don't seem to have anything in front of them, and others do, so I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Almost looks like a scene out of Alice in Wonderland, but I'm not sure. It's out of a sticker book, that antiquarian Victorian one that has some really weird, bizarre pictures in it. And then I just found this one, which is a lovely lady, and it says Grande Maison de Blanc. So that's a big White House, I think that means. I'm not sure if that's kind of a restaurant or not. We may use that, we may not. So anyway, let's get on. So I thought I might put something in the background. Perhaps we'll put some of this menu, I think, maybe in the background. That one's a bit shiny, so that's the trouble. Some of these are a bit shiny, so maybe, you know, and they're going to be white, obviously. So I think maybe we'll have this. What we'll do is we'll cut out this picture of the Bottle and Glass, which is like a pub restaurant now in the village near us. And I'll cut out the bit that says takeaway menu, so we know that's why we're putting it on. Let's see, is there anything with a menu that looks a bit more less white? What's this one like? Yeah, this well, maybe we'll cut this, maybe we'll just tear that off. Perhaps I'll put that on, who knows. We'll just layer it up, I think. So let's cut that off. Maybe put them down like that. I think that's what we'll do, not have too much white. So there's There's a, you know, takeaway menu in the background. There's Indian food there. There's a pub restaurant up the road. There's the interior of their restaurant. Then we could, let's see, we could use this nice pizza picture. I just moved that up, so I'll just tear this one off. Oh, Alexa decided she might have something to say then. It's funny how she sometimes makes that noise for no apparent reason. Let's just tear that bit off there. Okay. I'm not keen on that edge, it's showing all the white fibre, so I'm going to try and, if I can, take that. It's very slippery paper because it's shiny. It's not easy to, that's better. Okay, so we've got that. Alright, okay. We've got some Indian things. Oh, we're going to have more than enough thing. I don't even know if we will need the bread. Let's see. So we've got our Indian selection. So let's take out. So I wonder what your favourite takeaway food is. If I have Indian, I like the lamb dishes. That's usually what I go for. And I mainly go for the dishes without the sauces, so because I can't eat cream, and they use a lot of ghee butter, which is quite heavy, so I'm allergic to some dairy, so I had to go dairy free a few years ago, and then start introducing dairy slowly back into my diet to see what it was that was making me ill. And it turned out that it was cream, you know, full fat cream. So I can't, if we go out and say we go somewhere and they're doing our like scones, or some people call them scones, with sort of clotted cream, I can't eat those, so I'd have to have them without the cream. Yeah, so I think that's probably enough off of there. Let's have a look and see if we've got anything else at all. These are just a couple more Indian images. Don't think we need those. Let's bring this back. So pretty much got everything, haven't we? So I think I might like to put that up there because it's quite fun, I think. Animals dining, well, birds anyway, and it's a sticker, so I'm just going to cut that edge off. Yeah, so I like the lamb, tandoori lamb, you know, the one that's cooked in a tandoori oven, and it's beautiful and dry. It's dried, no sort of sauces with it. It might affect me. And maybe we'll put this coffee pot on. Let's find my crimping scissors. Let's have a look, which ones are they? Let's crimp round the edge because that is a stamp sticker. Yeah, so if we have Chinese, I'm not too keen on the meat side of things. I guess really I could easily become vegetarian, but my husband's a big meat eater, so it would be a bit difficult, I think, to make all different food. You know, I know there's only 2 of us, but even so, I find it difficult if I'm trying to cut down, you know, and trying to make things that are less calorific, and then he's not keen on those, and you know, can cause a little bit of unrest, shall we say. He's worried that he might not get his meat and 2 veg. And we just have that. I think that will be enough, actually. So let's get these stuck down. I think I will ink round them with the vintage photo. So I'm not too sure where they're all going at the moment, but we'll certainly don't want all that white showing. Yes, and pizzas, I tend to go for Margarete. I like the cheese pizzas. Oh, I forgot that was a sticker. Right. Yes, so I'm quite easy to please, I guess. So if it, I love in the Indian side, I love the coconut rice and the coconut naans, which are called Peshwari. I do like that. I love the coconut. And I like in Chinese food, so you find those in the Indian restaurant, but in Chinese food outlets, I would go for things with cashew nuts in, so I do like those. So I like the sweet and sour, so I'd probably go for something sweet and sour that isn't too meat heavy, really. I'm not keen on Chinese chicken dishes. I don't like the chicken. I don't know what they do to it, but it doesn't seem real to me. So I think we'll just put that all down. And we might cut this down a bit. Say cut, we'll tear it. Yeah, so I don't want to offend anyone, but I'm not keen on the meat. I'm not really a big meat eater, to be honest. That's probably the top and bottom of it. And anything with chicken in, I really do avoid in any restaurant at all. It's just the way I am. I'm just fussy, I guess. And funnily enough, my 2 daughters are exactly the same, and they're not big meat eaters, although we did eat meat when we lived, you know, the 3 of us, when I was a single mum for 13 years, and brought them up from the ages of 6 and 3 until they were teenagers, and I met my husband that I'm with now. You know, we used to have meat and everything. I suppose the things they like, things like spaghetti bolognese and things like shepherd's pie, which is a British kind of dish, and that type of thing. Yes, I suppose they're not massively, like, if you put a big steak in front of them or big piece of chicken, they wouldn't be too keen. They like chicken dishes like we used to cook, you know, things like hunter's chicken, which is quite a nice dish, where it's all wrapped in, you've got cheese and ham and that inside the chicken breast, and it's then, you know, wrapped around it and all of that. So I used to make that quite a bit from scratch for them. So let's put that up there, I think. Let's move that over a bit down here, and then we'll have that there. Maybe we'll have this down the side. Well, let's just get some of this down. So now I've just got a bit of page out of my glue book. Let's have a look at the glue stick and see whether this is going to work on this shiny paper. It's not glossy as such, but most menus that come through the door are on this type of I suppose it's photographic style paper really. It's quite thick and heavy. So let's put that up there as a background piece. And maybe we'll just pop that down here. Yeah, we'll glue this side. Yeah, so what sort of takeouts do you have? So I know in the US you have those lovely takeout Chinese boxes, don't you? We don't have that here. They put them into like Tupperware. Some of it comes in Tupperware boxes, little Tupperware boxes, which are quite handy if you want to keep them and recycle them, wash them out and use them again because they have lids. And then some of it comes in foil dishes with a cardboard lid on the top. I think we'll pop that. I think I will pop that down there. So that. Okay, then let's put this nice place here. That's down there. I'd quite like those like that actually. This is going to be a very unusual collage, isn't it? And actually we will pop that one underneath. I'm just going to glue down the page. That makes it a bit easier. So that can go there. Right, okay, so I think we'll pop our sticker up there now. So okay, and then we've got our coffee pot sticker, stamp sticker, which can go there. We've got some Indian bread. Well, as I've inked around it, I will put it on. And we've got some nice Indian dishes that can go along the bottom there. What else can we put on? So I don't think we need the bread stickers at this point. Oh, we've got another sticker I found, which is country fried chicken. Now that's another popular one, so let's pop that on. Just going to ink around that white border. Yeah, my husband loves Kentucky Fried Chicken, which is KFC in the UK. Absolutely loves that. I don't eat it. just personal preference. As I say, I don't eat a lot of chicken out. I eat it cooked at home. I just always had a thing about it ever since I was a child. So, you know, just one of those things. We've got some, don't know if I ink round that or not, some barbecue chicken wings. Ooh, the sight of all this food actually making me feel hungry, but I probably wouldn't want, I don't know what I would choose out of all this, maybe. What would I have? I don't know. Let's put that there. What else have we got here? Well, I've found a sticker that's a slice of toast and it says never grow up. Goodness knows what that means, really. Never grow up. Well, I'm not Peter Pan, so I certainly did grow up. Yeah. I haven't got any chips on here, you notice, or burgers or anything like that. So you can buy burgers as a takeaway. It's not really my thing. I like a nice burger in a restaurant, I have to say. Perhaps we'll just pop that. So I want to leave some of this menu, because the whole idea of it was to have a takeout menu, really. Well, perhaps we'll put this chicken across there. This is chicken, breaded chicken, like goujon type shapes. And some potato wedges, which I guess is a healthier option to chips, maybe. I don't know. Possibly or not. I'm not too sure. So I'm not too keen on potato wedges either. I bet you say, oh, what a fussy person she is. Right, that I'm going to call that a day with that. So, you know, the prompt was, do you ever order takeout? Use a takeout menu with other restaurant and food images and ephemera to make a collage. Well, I have used some food ephemera. I've used a country fried chicken sticker, coffee pot sticker, a sticker out of a vintage style ephemera book in sort of Victoriana it is. So I've used those. So that's the ephemera side, and then I've used takeout menus and I've cut images out. So there's pizza, chicken and wedges, potato, what do they call that? I love that one. Rice and a curry dish. Bombay potatoes, I do like those. Some chapatis, and then there's our local restaurant, little village pub restaurant there called the Bottle and Glass, with a lovely thatched roof, and that has a takeout menu now. It never used to, but due to COVID, they started that then, so that people who, you know, because we weren't allowed to go into restaurants, could go and get a takeaway from their main menu, which is quite a nice idea, because it's kind of slightly different to your normal takeout food, which is kind of like fast food, whereas this is like your traditional dishes, you know. And then there's a picture of inside one of their tables in their restaurant, and then we've got some barbecue chicken wings. What else have we got? Pizza, and we've got an Indian menu in the background. So I'm going to call that a day. And then obviously I've got this number 12. So where to put that, really? I might use my circle punch. Is this going to be too big? If I use my circle punch very carefully, I might be able to get that 12. It's not very big, the square I've cut out. Sometimes when you use these circle punches, as you know, you need a bigger piece of paper. But if you can position it just right, you can sometimes get... So let's try the inch, which, you know, is very temperamental. I've still got to buy a new one of these. Now that could be too... So that's going to be too small. So we give up on that idea. Let's think. Let's just cut round it then. So if I gently fold it, but not too much, and if I cut round there, this won't be a perfect circle. It's more of an oval, which is okay. So we can have that there, I think. Scissors away. We actually did have a Chinese takeaway on Friday night recently. Funnily enough. And then I'll write on here like I normally do. It's going to be difficult. I'm going to write here in this white area, hashtag 2022 planner 12. There. So that's my collage. Put that in the bin. And all these, I think I need these menus. I might not keep them. Might put those in the bin as well. Right. Okay. So, hashtag 2022 planner 12. Do you ever order takeout, use a takeout menu with other restaurant and food images and ephemera to make a collage? And that's what I've done. So, and I've just smudged all of that writing. Huh. Right. I've just smudged that. I wonder if I can get that off. No, I've made a right mess of that now. It's because it's all glossy. Well, that just looks a little bit greyish now. So I'm going to write over that again. Hashtag 2022 planner. I didn't realise that was going to smudge like that. And find my bit of book page. And what I'm going to do is blot it, because this is quite porous, this book page. Okay, that should be okay now. So there we have it. Very unusual collage for week 12. What have we got for week 13? I can read those out too if you want to join in next week. So next week, hashtag 2022 planner 13, we need to find a poem, a bird, a measurement, stitching, real, drawn or stamped stitching, repeated rubber stamping. The bonus is a portion of a used envelope. So, you know, if you want to join in next week, you want to find a poem, a bird, a measurement, stitching, and that can be real, drawn or stamped, repeated rubber stamping, anything, any image you choose, bonus, which you can use or leave off, or you can substitute the bonus for one of the above, is a portion of a used envelope. So that's for next week. So you can all start looking for some of those items. And I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.